every Marvel MCU show.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of those, but most of the Marvel shows are terrible.
Wait, Marvel
which ones have you
shows?
seen from the Marvel shows?
The Captain America show, that was bad.
They had what?
It's with the new Captain America and Bucky.
I thought that was a movie.
No, it's Falcon and Bucky going around.
Yeah, with
discovering that he
Harrison
actually wants
Ford?
to be Captain. No,
That's the movie.
It's
We're
the
not
movie.
talking
No,
about
there's
the
also
movie.
a show. You know what, Storm? You can't watch that movie without watching the show first. Come on.
Are you talking about the B team?
No,
E Team.
B team, the new
I mean, at this point,
Marvel's
they might as
movie.
well be the fucking
we're
E-Team,
not
let's
talking
be
about
real.
Thunderbolts.
That's
Well,
also
No,
a movie,
Nathan, you
right?
mean the New Avengers.
The New
it's
Avengers.
Thunderbolts asterisk New Avengers. Keep up.
That
That was secretly a New Avengers movie.
The best thing they ever did with marketing for that was after the new Avengers announcement, a couple of the billboards got taken over.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Y'all podcast, your favorite variety podcast covering everything from the exoteric to the esoteric. We've got a great lineup of topics today. Who wants to start it off? Of course, I should introduce our hosts. This is myself, Liam. We got Nathan, Storm. Pretty cool guys. Now, which you guys want to start?
I mean, y'all have shorter topics, so I can
Mine's
start.
pretty long.
Well, I mean, you have less topics, so mine are all relatively short, but I have a lot of them.
I like to start off with the lighthearted stuff.
All right.
Personally.
By the way,
So-
did you just change the intro slightly? Like, that's not what you normally do. I like it. I liked it a lot more.
Thank you. I read it off of our description on RSS.
Yeah, I liked it. I like
that
it.
thing I wrote is actually pretty good. Maybe
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Thank
people
you.
should know us. We're famous. People know us by now.
I know. I was like, for a second, I was like, I don't need to introduce our names. Obviously, everybody knows who we are.
No,
I read some numbers, actually. I got some stats. We're actually the 327th top variety podcast in Hyderabad. How about that? Hyderabad. So,
Where?
guys, yep,
It's
shout out to Hyderabad.
Can you type this,
We
please?
love India. Hyderabad.
Shout out to all the Indians.
Shout out to Hyderabad. Personally, I've always preferred South India to North India.
I assume it's in South.
Yeah, sort of South Central
Okay.
India. Yeah.
Okay, I
know. Are
was
you
hoping.
assuming I don't know where Hyderabad is?
Mm-mm.
You would know.
I know exactly where it is. I'm looking at it right now.
I'm not. I didn't do it.
All kidding aside, I actually do think it's one of my favorite city names in Asia, Hyderabad.
You want to know what our biggest city in America is right now?
What?
For the last 14 days, it is Brooklyn. Fun fact.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Brooklyn.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
Shout out to Brooklyn. We love Brooklyn. Which one is Brooklyn?
It's
looking at a map. It's on Long Island. I didn't know that. Queens is on Long Island.
I've
never.
I did get my coworker to look up our podcast, so maybe we'll get another listen.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Nathan's.
Okay,
coworker.
actually, I have a feeling they did, because I have a feeling I know which one is that.
Are you sure?
I'm looking at Coney Island now. Have you guys ever seen The Warriors?
That one?
The movie The Warriors?
Do they have to live there?
I'm not sure if that's where they live or not.
Because we had to listen from there.
Probably. I mean,
okay.
Probably.
Let's start. We got a little off the rails there.
All right, back on.
No,
rails.
you know what? No, I want to stop it right there before we start.
Okay,
Okay,
I
guys,
can wait.
thanks for
I can
coming
wait,
to the
guys.
show. We had a great time. I know it's a little shorter than usual, but that's just how it goes.
Oh, you know what? We should probably apologize for being late this week. We are.
right.
Are we
5
late,
days
or are we
week?
skipping? Are we
5
late
days
or are we
late.
skipping a week?
No, we're late. We're late.
We're late.
Doing one next.
We're doing one Monday too. Next week is also going to be late.
It might not be Monday. I've got something to do. It might be Tuesday. Actually, might be Wednesday.
All right. So
It's this guy that
But
makes
after
us
that,
late.
We'll be back to the usual schedule.
Back to your normal broadcast times.
Actually, No, I can do it Monday. I'm all mixed up. Don't listen to me.
Oh my god.
I think, or is it Sunday?
I don't know.
It's we can either do it Sunday or
We
Monday.
couldn't tell you.
We don't need to be talking about logistics, okay? Somebody start a freaking topic.
PBS defunding.
All right, what's that about?
So, Trump has, with all of his policies and stuff, he decided that NRP and PBS
and NPR.
You're right. NPR and PBS are getting federal funding cuts.
That they were getting
common misconception. I do not believe these are actually owned by the government.
Yeah,
People
I
always
didn't
think
so.
They are because it says, "Oh, public broadcasting." It's not actually owned by the government.
No, but they do fund a lot of it because it's a lot of children's education shows. So the government usually funds that.
It's a lot of lefty propaganda, if you ask me.
Would y'all mind if I go and grab a hoodie real quick? Y'all can keep going. I'll be back in a moment.
Where are you going? What?
He's getting a hoodie. He hates us.
Getting a hoodie? What the
Yeah.
hell? Okay, we're watching Storm get up from our desk here at the recording studio. He's going over to the he's going down the hallway to his dressing room. Storm, are you back from your dressing room?
Yeah, I'm back from the dressing room. I apologize about that. It's just a
We're-
little bit
yeah, we're
cold,
gonna-
so I had
By
to.
the way, I saw you roll up to the studio today in your new car. Don't keep it a secret. Storm's got a new car.
I don't have it yet.
Oh, you don't have it? Okay.
I'm getting it Saturday.
You're getting it. Okay,
But
so
I
you
do.
will be able to
I do
reveal it.
have the name. I do
Don't
have the
give
name.
it away because
I
next
will-
week we have a special car orientated special. All things car. I know the three of us. We're all huge
Big car
motorheads,
guys.
Am I right, guys?
Big
We're the
motorheads.
biggest.
Yeah.
All our audience, we did some stats. You guys are the biggest motorheads.
What's
out
with
there.
you in stats this week?
What do you mean? I looked this. This is all true. Everything I've said
Okay.
is true.
Now I don't know if the Indian stat was true, and now I'm upset.
Yes, we are the 327th biggest variety podcast in Hyderabad.
How close to the next one are we?
2.3 million, but that's because there's a lot of people there.
So I will have some sad news about PBS and cars next week to share. Just gonna let that be known.
Cars related PBS news?
Yes.
The PBS car's gone?
Freaking seat.
I mean, I won't say anything now. That is a topic for next week. Tune in, guys, if you want to know.
Oh, I'm on the edge of my PBS and cars. Oh my god. Whew, I'm all worked up.
So, I mean, the only thing about the PBS thing is they're shutting down.
I didn't even. To be fair, I didn't even really know they were still going.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why are we funding this?
A lot of PBS kids shows were still airing, like Sesame Street, still new episodes.
I guess.
Sesame Street
didn't realize that was PBS.
I think it's Disney now.
Is it?
Yeah.
When did they get bought?
The Muppets have been owned by Disney for a hot minute, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I see. It says TV shows Sesame Street 1969 to 1970.
Yeah,
I believe
is
it,
not owned by
airs
Disney.
On PBS and HBO is my understanding. Is what it looks like. I thought it was part. I know.
So it is not owned by Disney. It is owned by the nonprofit Sesame Workshop, formerly Children's Television Workshop. They own rights to the Muppets, but they do not own Sesame Street.
Interesting.
They Sesame Workshop granted the rights to use the word Muppet in perpetuity.
Really? I had no idea the back doings of all this was so freaking complicated.
Liam, I'm going to go to your favorite topic of shows you don't know about, because you love this topic every time we bring it up.
Now, for the viewers who don't know, when Nathan and Storm are talking about some anime or something I've never heard of, I want to gouge my eyes out. Guys, comment below if listening to this section makes you want to gouge your eyes out. Alternatively, if listening to my foreign policy and economics sections makes you want to gouge your eyes out, say that as well. We'll get some numbers together next week. We'll see.
You know what?
Just you want to gouge your eyes out more.
Just leave a like if you want to gouge your eyes out listening to this.
Leave a like if you want to gouge your eyes out. There you go.
I think that's
We'll figure it out who's who. Leave it up to us.
All right, Liam, we're going to go down the list of a couple, and I'm not going to name all of them. There's a lot of PBS kids shows.
Okay.
We got
this
shows
is okay. This is still related to this. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. We got Cyber Chase.
What?
No.
Gone. I actually think it stopped airing a while ago.
Oh, I remember that. Hell yeah.
Cyber Chase. I think it stopped airing because the guy who voiced the bird died.
No, he did die. He died in federal prison. He was in federal prison for something to do with grapes.
You're talking about Gilbert Gottfried? Grapes. He was in prison?
No, it's just outright slandered now. No, I made that up. It's a lie.
Don't slander
That's a lie.
people.
I lied. That's a lie. Don't believe that.
No.
He's probably a lovely man.
Gilbert Gottfried is a lovely man. What do you...
Gilbert Gottfried. He seems all right. I don't know anything about him. I've never met him. Whether he's gay or straight, I don't know. But
I mean, I don't know that either. I don't know his personal details. All right, so we have shows like Arthur.
That was a good show.
We have shows I hate, like Sid the Science Kid.
I don't know that one.
Do you guys remember the memes about that?
No. I haven't paid attention to memes in the last 25 years.
Okay, hipster, shut the fuck up. Nathan, carry on.
We got shows like Mr. Rogers. Definitely didn't stop airing back in the 90s.
No, I still remember those new episodes. They're pretty good.
Most of these things are going to continue airing somewhere else.
Yes. Well, they're just
to be honest, most kids are probably watching things on YouTube or on some sort of streaming service now.
Yeah,
yeah, it's all about Cocomelon.
Oh, so true.
There's a PBS subscription, I'm sure, for like an app.
If the app is still going to be running.
It's just they're losing some funding. It's not losing all of its funding.
Yeah, I know they're not losing everything.
But it's also still going to exist. It's not disappearing.
No.
None
of these are any of these things being canceled, Nathan?
No.
Well, gee, Mr. Rogers is canceled.
That was like that was like what is it? You're baiting people. You're talking like these things are getting canned. They're all fine.
No, we don't know. Some of them might go.
Oh, my poor wife. Oh, my poor wife. I'm so sorry she passed. Oh, it's like, she's actually fine.
No, every show I said has not aired in a couple years.
Well, that's not Trump's fault.
Well,
that's Biden's fault.
No. See,
you know what? It was Trump's fault that those shows don't air.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Trump's actually the one that accused.
Just careful, Gottfried.
Okay, now since you're bringing this up, I was gonna bring up an old kids show. Do you guys ever watch Ruby and Max?
Yes,
I did. I love that show.
Dude, okay, the conspiracy theories on the show.
Hold on. Can you please, both of you, go to Google?
All right.
Type in Ruby and Max and go to images.
Oh boy,
this is not a planned bit.
Why is there a censored one?
The fourth image.
Yeah.
Turn off censored.
What the fuck is that?
The gimp suit.
All right, so go to your Google engine, dear viewers. Look up Ruby and Max, and one of the first images will be Max wearing a fucking gimp suit. What the fuck?
Ruby and Max.
I don't remember this episode.
Did you really just search up Ruby and Max gimp?
Yes. Didn't you too?
I didn't put gimp on it. Storm did.
No. Just Ruby and Max.
No. I know. I now want to see if this is a real thing or if this is just
it's not a real thing.
All right, it could be. You know, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty much like how they draw. I'm just saying.
It's not hard to copy an art style.
Nah, I couldn't do it. No one else could do it. I couldn't do it. No one else could. Why is this the fifth image?
Insane.
Yeah, I don't know.
Google needs to get their shit together. Imagine being a kid looking that up, porn.
It's a lot like it was a lot like our high school. If you looked up our high school and went to images, it was a lot worse.
Yeah, it was like that.
Do you know about that, Liam?
I don't know about that.
If you looked up our high school, it's no longer there, and you went to images, you didn't have to scroll far to start seeing penises.
Hell yeah.
We don't know.
Couldn't tell you. I sure hope none of the students.
High school. The only thing I saw an image of my mom from 15 years ago. So that's cool.
Is your cat photo still there?
I don't think so.
No. I'm sad.
Fucking school probably removed it.
I'm sad.
Look at images. Photos and video.
Well, why are you looking up images about?
Oh yeah, can we get back on subject? What the hell are we talking about?
Yeah, Liam,
this is how the podcast works. We just go off on tangents.
These are insane tangents. These are insane.
You're the one that brought up the gimp suit.
You did.
I was planning on looking up kid shows. I had no idea where that was gonna go. I had no idea. How could I have predicted that? How could I have predicted that?
All right, Liam, you brought this up to me. You want to talk about the Warner Discovery breakup?
Yeah, there's not really much to say. There's just been rumors that Warner and Discovery are gonna break up. They only merged like not even, was it even 5 years ago?
Well, Warner is literally dying.
Warner's been dying for years.
If it happens, it's legitimately because of Discovery. Warner is literally trying to sell off all of their IP.
Except for
they only merged in 2022.
Yeah,
it's been 3 years.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
It's been 3 years, and Warner has so much debt that they keep buying more companies to pay off their debt.
Warner is a bad thing right now. It's a bad investment. Do not buy Warner.
You can't say that. You're not. That's not financial. Not financial advice.
Not financial advice.
Can you say to not invest? Is that still financial advice?
Yes,
yes, it's still financial advice. But you know what you should invest in?
What?
Your future.
Ooh,
go to school, kids.
Advice, not financial advice.
It's investment advice.
So I do want to bring this up. It's directly related to Warner breaking up. I hate the CEO of Warner.
Yeah, what's the guy's name?
I don't fucking know.
Zaslav, something like that?
Yeah.
Zaslav? Like that. No way.
Yeah. It's actually, he came from the Discovery side.
He did.
I'm pretty sure it's Discovery that bought
David
Warner.
Zaslav.
Yeah, David Zaslav. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever since April 8th of 22.
Yeah, that's when the merger happened, yeah.
Yeah. So the reason I hate him is he let Cartoon Network shut down. Like the building.
Are they like gone?
Yeah.
So they're in name only.
So they kept the brand, but it's like it's shut down.
Yes, the building they were in LA got shut down. Everybody who worked there got fired or merged into either Adult Swim or just Warner's animation team in general.
What about cable? Well, like what about their cable channel?
It's just reruns.
Can I tell you why I don't like David Zaslav?
You hate Polish people.
Well,
we
no.
Shouldn't bring that up on the podcast.
No. Well, actually, we do have Poland in this episode later. So despite his rocky year, his pay rises to $52 million.
Yeah, of course it does.
What?
So I brought this up to Liam too. So the reason why the Superman show me and him watched, like it aired on Adult Swim even though it wasn't like an adult show, is because they wanted to save the show. And the only way, because it was supposed to air on Cartoon Network, was to air it on Adult Swim.
I don't really mind that. I mean, they got to show off Lois's like sexy back, so I'm okay with it. They couldn't go that hot in Cartoon Network.
You're right, they couldn't.
Yeah, nah.
Not in today's climate.
No.
So we can directly tie that into, talking about Superman and shows and stuff. DC or Marvel, talk about what do we like more, like the comic books, movies, and shows.
I've never.
DC.
Storm's
answer, he's never seen
any
movie,
of them.
He's never seen a TV show.
Yeah.
He's never seen a comic book. He doesn't know what Superman is.
Who's the Superman?
I asked him about Superman one time. He's like, "Who's that?" I was like, "The fuck are you talking about?" He doesn't know who Superman is.
Okay, so I've not seen many DC movies. I will say that.
All the DC movies are not great, like live action movies.
Literally all the Batmans just.
Oh no, I have seen all the Batmans. The Batmans do pretty much clear.
Are they not just? I guess they're standalone universe.
Are you trying to say that the Batman movies aren't DC? The fuck are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about like the connected universe of DC and Marvel.
The Batman ones are connected.
They're not. It's a different Batman.
They literally are. They literally are connected.
No, it's a whole different Batman.
The fuck they're literally connected. There's 4 connected Batman movies, 3 connected Batman movies. There's whole before like 20 years before the MCU, there was the DC animated universe. They did it like 20 years beforehand.
Yeah, the DC. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about live action movies right now. And I'm talking about the connected universe.
If we're talking about right now, it's still DC.
No, I'm talking about the James Gunn universe.
This shit, we haven't even seen anything for. Well, okay. The only thing we've seen from that is shows, and the shows from that clear the Marvel shows.
Wait, is James Gunn the guy who did like the Arrow TV show?
No,
he did.
He's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wait, he's now DC?
Yeah, he got fired for a tweet he made like 20 years ago.
You know what? I don't like
excuse. I wouldn't think that.
I don't like when people get canceled for stuff that happened like 10 plus years ago. I think that's cringe. I'll say it.
I thought that was your life goal.
Yeah.
So when are you going to do the controversial thing that gets
no
in 10 years?
No. The whole purpose is to get canceled for something that I haven't done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to actually get canceled. I want to get accused of something.
Okay.
I think that would be funny. Well, no, just get big enough. Someone will try.
Well, okay. Whatever that weird tangent was, let's get back to DC versus Marvel. So I think the only two shows we've seen from the things Gunn is doing is Peacemaker and Creature Commandos, and those literally both clear Every Marvel MCU show.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of those, but most of the Marvel shows are terrible.
Wait, Marvel
what
shows?
Have you seen from the Marvel shows?
The Captain America show. That was bad.
They had what?
It's with the new Captain America and Bucky.
I thought that was a movie.
No, it's Falcon and Bucky going around.
Yeah, with
discovering that he
Harrison
wants
Ford.
To be Captain. No,
that's the movie.
It's the movie. No, there's also a show. You know what, Storm? You can't watch that movie without watching the show first. Come on.
Are you talking about the B team?
No,
the E team.
B team, the new Marvel's movie.
We're not talking about Thunderbolts.
That's also a movie, right?
The new Avengers.
The new Avengers.
Thunderbolts * New Avengers. Keep up. That was secretly a new Avengers movie.
The best thing they ever did with marketing for that was after the new Avengers announcement, a couple of the billboards got taken over by Stitch bursting through the billboards to become a Stitch commercial.
That's funny.
That's pretty good. So my opinion is I think DC has better TV shows. Well, based on what I've seen, Marvel tends to have better movies on average.
No,
I will say there are DC movies on general that are better, but on average, Marvel's is better.
I would say there's less DC movies, and there's so many shitty, horrible
there
Marvel
are a
movies
lot.
that the average is actually brought up far more in DC's favor.
Yeah, DC has a couple really bad like movies in general, but
I've only watched the Batman movies.
DC has actual classics.
Okay, you have to realize this is the DC movies I've seen.
The old Batman and Superman movies are they're literal cinema classics.
Liam, the only DC movies I have seen are the Batman ones, which are better than any of the Marvels, I'll say. Aquaman.
Aquaman
and
was terrible.
the newer Flash.
Aquaman has a surprising amount of fans.
Yeah, those are the only DC movies I've seen, though.
What's the third one you've seen?
The new Flash. That was dog shit.
Oh my god, you've seen the worst ones. What the fuck?
So that's realize this is what I've seen when I say Marvel has better movies compared to DC.
You're just uninformed. I'm gonna have to say on that.
And I will say all the Batmans are most. Yeah, I guess all the
Batmans have you seen?
I want to say all of them. I think
you've seen all.
No,
you've seen Robert Pattinson's Batman?
No, never mind. Not all of them.
That one's good. I actually like that one.
Seen
on that one. It's actually one of my favorites.
I don't know how many I've seen. I've seen a lot of them. I would say.
What about the other 6 Robert Pattinson Batman movies?
What are you talking about? That's not a thing. Stop trying to gaslight him.
He's an actual Batman. He's a vampire. He's Batman.
Oh, they don't turn to bats in that. For how wacky those movies get, they do not turn into bats ever. I don't believe.
No, they don't.
You guys have also sat and watched through all of those, right?
I love those movies.
No,
I actually think
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Twilight.
The Twilight movies.
Oh, actually, pretty fire. Won't lie.
Yeah, right. I think they get
hate for no reason.
They're underrated. They're actually underrated.
Yeah.
Also, book better or movie better?
I've never read the book.
I've never read the book.
Chill. Have you actually read the book?
I've started it. I started the first one.
God. How old were you?
When it was first coming out. However old I would have been then.
37. That makes sense. Yeah, I see
that. how long ago did those movies come out?
A while.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah.
I saw the last one in theaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
2008, actually. Okay, not as old as
So I think I was 11 when I started reading it.
When did the last movie come out?
I don't even know what.
2012 was the last one. So they came out 2008 to 2012. So they pumped them out pretty quick for a short time there.
Yeah.
So I started reading it during the when the 2011 movie came out.
So yeah, you started reading when the last movie came out.
Yeah, I literally probably read 100 pages of it only.
Which also means that my grandmother took a 10-year-old to go watch Twilight at the movie theater.
That's fine.
The sex one?
No, because it was the last movie.
Was that the second to last, the sex one?
Yeah, second to last, the sex one. The last one is the baby's already there.
I remember in the news that time there being controversy about the the Twilight movie having like a pretty relatively graphic sex scene for the rating it had for the PG. I assume PG-13.
You're allowed to have one of those.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
Look, you have to choose either a fuck or a graphic sex scene as in a PG-13 movie. You get one.
They don't show. They don't show anything, but he's gripping so hard that he breaks the bed. So
right, it's fucking. It's enough. You get enough. Let's just say that. What the hell's the rating for this? Let me find out.
Was it the 2010 or was it the 2011 one?
PG-13. You believe that? Only PG-13. That shit should have been fucking R.
I actually think it should have been PG for everyone.
G?
Yeah, G.
Yeah, G.
It's rated 6 and up in Taiwan.
Okay.
In Mexico, it's rated B.
Oh,
what does
that'd
that
be
mean?
one.
I don't know. Oh, okay. G in Quebec. Come on, the fucking French.
Dude, no one likes the French.
What the fuck is their problem?
All right. I'm gonna talk about the Nintendo Switch controversy.
Okay.
Have either of y'all heard about what's
No,
going
I saw
on?
it was $600 and went, I don't care.
So, in the user agreement now, I don't know the exact wording, but I'm going to paraphrase this. So, if I get it wrong, comments, you can come after me. I don't care.
Care his ass.
So, it's basically stating that if you customize or mod your Switch at any point, they have the right to disable the console.
I have
remotely.
This shit's psychotic. Now, what do they mean by mod? Like, do they just leave it vague?
So the modding scene for like the previous Switch was pretty big because you could port over any game you wanted. You could, like, one of the big ones is some of the streamers I watch. They have modded Mario Odyssey,
which has always not been allowed. By the way,
it's never been allowed.
I'm pretty sure it's not allowed in other.
This is nothing serious.
Have the capability to like shut your console off, right?
Yeah, now they'll have remote access to be able to turn it off.
Yeah.
So then just don't break the rules.
Yeah, come on, guys.
That is.
How about you just don't break the law, you fucking piece of shit?
Yeah, but it's not like you're banned from like online, like just online. They like brick your console. You can't use it.
Okay, I have no issue with this. This is not a bit. This sounds fine to me. This is completely acceptable.
Good. I am doing a bit that's psychotic. Good.
It is. They
just use an emulator.
I'm sorry, you signed the agreement. You okay? How about instead
don't sign
the agreement and you just leave your Switch at the sign agreement screen and enjoy it like that?
Yeah.
Rule breaking piece of shit. Fuck you.
What about the physical games no longer being on the cartridges?
That annoys me.
Imagine buying a console and not having physical games. What the fuck?
We talked about this. Was this talked about last week or was this like during golf? I can't remember.
I've not talked about this.
Okay, you understand what that's for, Liam.
I don't.
It's a timestamp.
Weren't gonna acknowledge that.
It's a timestamp. I don't remember if we talked about it last week in the episode or if we were at golf, but I was like, I am upset that we no longer get games on the disc. They're now on. It was during this actually. We talked about a bit of this.
The golf thing that Nathan wasn't a part of.
No. We talked about it during podcast. It was during the podcast.
We talked about CD space.
Yeah, it was Blu-rays and stuff. So my stance has already been said. I think it's stupid that we can no longer do it, especially when they're as big as they are on Nintendo Switch. You can get a SD card that can fit it. Yeah. Especially when you're charging $90.
Oh yeah, the prices are ridiculous.
It's $90 for a passcode when the game's not even on it. So you're getting you're paying an extra $10 to have physical media,
which isn't really physical.
It's not physical.
You're paying. How much is it just on the Nintendo Store?
80.
For us, it's 80.
So you're paying an extra $10 for a plastic box to collect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when I think about it like that, if I'm thinking about it as $10 just for the collectible box, I think that's not that insane. Actually,
No.
When I rationalize it like that. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, but when previously it wouldn't matter online or not, it was the same price.
Yeah, that's the part that annoys me, is the fact that it's gone up.
You have to now think of the box as a collector's item, almost like you're buying like one
So
of
you
those
can't
special
open it.
collector's editions, because that's really what it is. It's a collector's item.
Liam doesn't understand collector's items. He opened his Evangelion movies.
People do buy boxes for collecting.
Yes. Oh.
All right. I don't think I'm gonna talk about my other.
Did I ever reveal the truth about that? By the way,
did you accidentally open it? Was it on purpose?
No. It was on purpose, but I later found out. I opened one of the boxes, like the fourth box or something in it, the fourth disc, and in it was like you know how games used to come with those little, like, this sort of like those little plastic things with the like instructions or like an ad or whatever.
Yeah.
It had one of those for some random game that came out years later.
Ooh.
And so I realized through some investigation it was actually a
reseal.
Reseal.
Did you pay a lot for it?
I more than I should have. No, it wasn't too horrible.
It's
what is that, like the $400 ones?
Especially for it being opened.
So it wasn't like
I got scammed.
So it wasn't $400.
Fucking funny as fuck though. I opened the box and there's like a thing for a game that came out like 10 years later. I was like, what the fuck?
Why would they put it in there?
I know, some sort of fuck up, I guess.
There probably was some kind of ad thing in there, and they lost it.
There wouldn't have been.
It was just this fourth box.
So I wonder if when they like packaged it back up, they forgot it was in there.
I like,
or like their mistake, yeah.
Or their kid put it in there or something.
I don't know.
I would have said something, Liam.
Right. What the hell are we talking about?
I don't fucking know.
I'm done with my topic, so it's whatever y'all want to do.
I guess I'll go. Mine's kind of long.
I don't really have
to settle in. Let me pull it up here. You guys settle in, kiddies.
All right, guys. Big yawn.
No. This is important stuff.
It's gonna be another fucking land bridge situation.
No. Okay. Well, this is important stuff. So
people watch the land bridge.
How about we start with my Poland topic and then we can go into yours?
No, we should start with mine. Mine makes more sense.
Okay.
Right, so there's been a lot of deals going on lately. You've probably heard a lot of deals in the Middle East. So first we got Donald Trump has been on a tour of the Middle East recently.
Yes.
He met and signed deals with Arab leaders in Qatar and Saudi Arabia. People noticed he did not go to Israel. Israel snubbed. And he also proposed a plan to make Gaza a freedom zone. You know, a few months ago, he also made comments about this, about some sort of, what do you call it, turning into a Riviera or some shit like that. No details still. And only Israel supporting it. No Arabs have been like, yeah, we want to do that. In the meantime, death toll in Gaza has passed 53,000. Israel continues to embargo aid and is launching airstrikes and more invasions. You have a comment, Storm?
No, that's crazy. That's hit that
53,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Since October 2023 now. So it's been going on for a while.
Is it bad that I kind of forgot that there's war going on there?
Yes, that is bad.
Yeah.
And we got several other negotiations ongoing around the Middle East at the same time. We got Steve Witkoff. You've probably heard this name in the news. It's Trump's Middle East envoy.
Yes.
Him and the Iranian foreign minister have had intense back and forth negotiations in Oman since April. They're trying to reach a new nuclear agreement. You know, that's been something that's going on for 15 years now, this whole nuclear agreement with Iran, United States. We've practically grown up with this issue.
Just watch Madam Secretary. She deals with it in the show, and she gets the signature.
Shout out, watch Madam Secretary, our friends over there at Madam Secretary. Now, the goals of this nuclear deal want to ease sanctions on Iran. Iran wants to pursue commercial nuclear power capabilities, and they want to prevent a war between the U.S. and Iran. So basically, if there wasn't a nuclear deal and Iran just pursued nuclear energy on their own, the U.S. has said that they'd launch an airstrike, and it's expected that would basically lead into like a larger war, and that wouldn't be good. Zionists in the U.S. have been for a long time protesting against any sort of Iranian nuclear power program because they want to prevent Iran from having the capabilities to launch some sort of nuclear strike against Israel. Marco Rubio met with Syria's foreign minister Antalya, Turkey, after Trump historically lifted sanctions on the country. This is after the fall of the long-standing Assad regime to Turkish-backed Islamist forces led by former rebel and now president Ahmed al-Shara. This Ahmed al-Shara guy has been in the news a bit. Even had, little CNN interviews. He is literally like a former ISIS guy, but now the media's like, oh, he's so great. Kind of crazy.
Like when you say former ISIS, how former ISIS are we talking?
Like former fucking ISIS commander.
Oh boy.
Like legit former ISIS.
Very ISIS.
Very ISIS
right,
is
and
that.
now we're saying, oh, he's actually leading a new democratic Syria. Yeah, right. Wild. Even Israel has been working with this new Syrian government, normalizing relations with them. And investors in the West, Turkey and Saudi Arabia, are looking at Syria. Syria's been war-torn for a long time now, so they're looking at opportunities to invest in the poor country. In Istanbul, Turkey, peace negotiations between Russia and Ukraine are failing to materialize as Zelensky and Putin are only sending token diplomats and refusing to meet in person. Peace talks in Istanbul between the two states previously failed in 2022, shortly after the invasion. Zelensky is in Turkey, in the city of Ankara. Marco Rubio, of course, still in Antalya for a NATO summit, offered his involvement. Zelensky hopes to achieve a ceasefire. I have my own comment here. Russia, who holds the upper hand in this conflict, obviously, if you're not deluded, they basically have no reason to accept a ceasefire. That would only give Ukraine time to regroup and resist further. So they don't really have any reason to go along with anything like this. They've also made it clear in previous statements that they don't see Zelensky as legitimate because they've sort of enforced martial law. They've not allowed any elections. And so they don't think he's able to actually represent the Ukrainian people to negotiate some sort of peace. Basically, they see if he negotiated it, then there might be some Ukrainian nationalists who don't accept the peace and would continue fighting and making the situation sticky. So all these ongoing issues in Iran, Yemen, Gaza, Israel, Syria, and Turkey they're all intimately connected. Turkey is an important middleman between the West and Russia,
very much,
as well as having their own ambitions in the Middle East. They've made it clear they're very much interested in re-expanding the influence of their former empire. Less than a little more than a century ago now, they had the Ottoman Empire, and that covered 3 continents. It's huge, and so they have ambitions of getting that back, basically. So they're always trying to wedge their way into things. Turkish troops have long been involved in Syria, and now they have a friendly government there. Russia continues to maintain their important base, Hmeimim Air Base and Tartus Naval Base. These have been the Tartus Naval Base has been in Syria since like the Soviet Union days, so they've maintained that for a long time. That's actually Russia's only warm water port. It's their only port in the Mediterranean, so it's very important to them. Israel is also one of their threats in the form of the Assad-led Syria to the north, which was also an important territory to Iran for maintaining pressure to the west. Many ethnic Jews in the United States originally hail from Ukraine and now share citizenship with Israel. They have a vested cultural interest in supporting both Ukraine and Israel and continue to flame Russophobia and Islamophobia in the West. So there's sort of a connection there between Ukraine, Israel, and the United States. And in Russia, the Soviet Union, formerly the Soviet Union, even then when they were the Soviet Union, gotta say that 3 times because I'm a retard.
I don't think you can say that.
They've been at odds with Israel.
You can't.
They've been at odds with Israel and have historically aligned themselves with Arab nations. So that's sort of been the alignment for decades now, maybe like close 50, 60 years. Top that off, you are allowed to say retard now. It was in a Disney movie. That means it's good.
Storm,
Right,
you
that's
might
what
have
I've got
to
on
edit
that.
this episode.
I'm not going to. Well, I was going to try to cut into you at one point, but I couldn't. So Poland is preparing for war right now.
It better be.
Excitingly, with Russia. I guess
not gonna go well for them, but yeah.
I guess Russia is trying to invade Poland. They're currently like making a defense line at by Belarus and Russia for some reason, I guess. But because of that one little like area that Russia owns between Lithuania, Belarus, and Poland, I guess.
Yeah.
So they've got that. So they've got a border there, and I guess they're like, because of what is happening with the Ukraine, we're not going to take a risk. We're ready for war. They just recently announced that they're withdrawing from the Ottawa Convention, which, bans the use of landmines. So they're going to be planting landmines, I guess.
Landmines on the border, yeah.
But they've set aside $2 billion to prepare for this. They're hoping to get sign with France to get a whole bunch of defense stuff with them, so they're good with nuclear arsenals and everything. It's an interesting time over there, I would say, especially with all the stuff you're saying.
I think the funny thing about this is that people remember for the last 15 years now, Trump has been saying, the other NATO countries, they don't carry their weight, they don't pay enough. There's a certain amount that NATO countries are supposed to spend on defense. And so he's been harping on this for a long time. And so now, funny enough, the European countries are saying,
we need to put more.
Trump. We're gonna, in order to spite Trump, we're gonna make our own weapons, spend our own on defense, which of course is what he was asking them to do. Now, there's a bit of a conspiracy that obviously the European leaders are smart enough to recognize this. So basically, this is just rhetoric, and they were going to militarize anyway, so this is just sort of a justification to we can't rely on the United States, so we need to make our own militaries, we need to beef them up. But that's of course what the United States wanted anyways. A bit of a reverse psychology on the population or something like that,
which is just pretty normal, honestly.
Yeah, it makes sense. Pretty straightforward, I think.
Uh-oh.
Is that a dog?
That's a dog.
Who's being attacked right now?
What did you just send?
That's for Liam's eyes.
I don't have Instagram. I can't see that.
I'm concerned. Why is it restricted, Nathan?
Is it?
Nathan, stop sending us ISIS execution videos on Instagram.
It literally says you must be 18 years or over to see this video.
Why?
Come on,
what did you send?
ISIS execution videos. Don't do that, man.
I
don't want to see that shit.
I'm gonna post a screenshot.
No.
I don't want to see that shit. It's not good for your soul.
You do want to see it.
No, I fucking don't.
Oh
Please
my.
don't send that.
Ah!
Yeah, so how do you guys, Bella Ramsey, Rachel Ziegler, Hideous, get them out, clear them out. I said? Did I say it last time?
Yes. Yeah. No. Stop. Don't say what you're going to. I literally think that's why we couldn't advertise the episode.
No, we couldn't advertise last time because of all the rigmarole.
No. It said something along the lines of there's something that was surprising or something like that, and I think it was you calling her what you did.
I didn't say anything. I was quoting something that somebody else said.
Well, apparently you're not allowed to do that.
We've already asked the entire audience to gouge their eyes out. Okay, I think we're past the point of no return now. You think Coca-Cola Corporation is going to advertise on a podcast? Asking their audience to gouge their eyes out?
No,
we couldn't get fucking Jonestown to advertise on this shit.
It wasn't asking us for advertising. It was us trying to advertise on YouTube.
Listen, we're already. They don't want us. All right, we're already screwed. They don't want us.
They really don't.
Advertise. We can just get banner ads on the Temu website. Pay for that.
Dude, I love Temu so much.
Yeah, start paying for banner ads on fucking random ass websites.
I was just going through Temu the other day, as I do, And I was looking at greenhouses because my mom wanted a greenhouse. And I'm like, all right, I can get one on Temu for a lot cheaper.
Greenhouse off of Temu,
yeah, damn straight. They're all from America, by the way, because
buy it on
tariff.
Temu, tell your mom you got it from Home Depot.
Exactly, they're the exact same. But and I somehow got to like flowers, but these were like insane flowers that were clearly fake, that were like the size of cars. And I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I love it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me just open up my Temu app. I have it in my fucking cart.
Yeah, unfortunately for our audio listeners, they won't be able to see this. For those of us who are watching us right now can see us sitting right here in our beautiful
absolutely
recording
lovely
studio here in sunny Jacksonville, Florida. Whoa, look at that. It's so beautiful.
Even though we've already talked about where we are before.
Right, Jacksonville, Florida.
No. Where our recording offices and where we live are different places.
Right. We take
try
helicopters into Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Then drive our.
It's only a 3-hour drive to Jacksonville. 4. We just drive there.
I'm going to take the helicopter, dude. Right.
I know you. Only one of us can take it if we don't leave at the same time.
We all have separate helicopters. Have you been only using the company helicopter?
Yes, I've only been using the company helicopter.
Why don't you have your own?
I sold it.
Why? For what?
The same reason I don't have a car. It's a company car. Less taxes.
I'd honestly believe that.
See, I'm not a part of the company, so I didn't even know we had a helicopter.
Oh, did we not tell him?
Ew. Right,
how have you been getting down to Jacksonville?
I've been walking.
What the fuck?
Walking to Jacksonville? That's okay. That explains a lot.
Well, that's why we're
wondering why you were so
like
sweaty and like fucking such a mess when you got into the studio every time.
That explains why you were. This episode's 5 days late.
Yeah, you took too long to walk there. Bad weather.
Actually, I don't even know if this is coming out.
Fucking mud slime?
I don't actually even know if this is coming out tonight or it will be tomorrow. I don't know yet.
Yeah, we're guys. By the way, we're recording this 4/8/2024. So sorry if some things are out of date. Not to date it, but I just want to be clear.
This is actually episode 1. They're really confusing people.
Can you please tell them the episode name, but only in binary?
Oh God!
Look, I'm sad that Bit was fucking with the algorithm because that was funny.
Yeah, I liked it, but I was like, okay, it's really messing with the algorithm. I also need to remove the YouTube from the RSS. Well, I should do that now as we're recording this podcast. So that way,
a little bit of deep lore for the true y'all podcast fans. The first, I think was it only the first 2 that were originally released. The episode was in binary.
It was the first 2.
The algorithm didn't like it at all.
Disconnect Google account. I will upload it myself. All right. Yeah, I was upset because I actually really loved it. Actually, the first episode did fantastically, but it was 0001.
But then when the next episode said 0010, that didn't really work.
It looked like episode 10.
You know, if you did watch the first episode or listen to the first episode, watch it, whatever you want to say, and you did enjoy the first 2, I should say, and enjoyed the binary, comment down below.
Comment down below if you guys think we should number the episodes in binary.
I'll do it if enough people say yes.
Yeah, guys, if we get 10,000 retweets on our Twitter, we'll return the we'll return it to binary episodes.
You want to know they're not tweets. Twitter doesn't exist.
They're zeets, okay?
Are they really?
Wait! Actually, fun fact. This is a fun thing. X sold. Elon Musk sold X.
Didn't he sell it to himself? It's like
he sold it to himself.
Bullshit. Yeah.
So what does that mean?
He sold it. So he sold it to his XAI. So it's no longer. So
what it means is he definitely made money off the deal. I wouldn't be sorry. Whatever the rigmarole.
There's no doubt in my mind he overvaluated his thing. I'm sure he did not pay the amount that he needed to.
So he sold it to AI, is what you're saying?
He sold it to his XAI, which is his AI form.
Elon Musk sold it to AI Elon Musk. loss.
Also, that also means that legally no one owns it, because if you look through government systems of AI owns anything, no.
No, it's not AI. It's
he's
XAI.
not really, Nathan, he's not really, because he's not transferred his consciousness into the Matrix yet. Calm down.
What is happening? That's coming next year.
Well, as far as we know.
Dude, he's constantly playing
doesn't want to put those implants in his head,
Diablo 4 in his head.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's already put the implants in his head.
I would take one. Would y'all do it?
No.
I would.
I'm not even doing the ones in my hand.
I would do it.
No.
Give me Cyberpunk.
I might do it.
We're gonna launch a fucking holy crusade against you fuckers. We're literally gonna burn you at the stake. Sorry, not sorry. That's just how it has to be.
I mean, we're
gonna rub you down with a big magnet, and if little chips tear out of your skull, we're gonna throw you into a big fire. We're gonna hold you up to one of those like junkyard magnets, and the bits are gonna come fucking flying out of you. Like,
just put them in an MRI. It'll be a lot easier.
It's funny how close it sounds like to the Baldur's Gate lore of how that game operates. At least the third one.
Did I just describe the plot of that game?
You get a tentacle put in your head, and everyone hates you if you have it.
Fuck.
It's fucking disgusting. Yeah, fuck that.
Would y'all put a tentacle in your head?
No, honestly, I didn't like that in Cyberpunk. You couldn't go
pure.
Yeah, that should have been like a challenge.
I honestly, no, because I never used it. Anyway,
same, yeah, I always went like the bare minimum. I think in the new versions they changed how armor works, so you have to do like armor.
Yeah,
that's cringe.
They changed how armor works because good armor always looked bad, and you couldn't. Yeah. And the thing with they changed how cybernetics work too, because you can now like overload yourself and do like what the anime did and like become a cyber psycho.
That's
like your actual character can become a cyber psycho.
I do hope in the next one, because obviously going to make another one. I hope they go even further with it.
I just wish games had, actual deadlines, and like in that game should have had.
It's done when it's done, just like this podcast.
Is that?
I mean,
is that it?
I mean, honestly, you are criticizing that. We literally missed our deadline.
Also, was that
plus
supposed
they're
to
Polish,
be like
so
the end
cut
of
them
this
some slack.
episode? It kind of felt like it was. I don't know why.
I don't know.
It can be.
Well, now it's too late.
Now, Liam, just end it. Say something.
All right. Hey guys, thank you for watching the Y'all podcast. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Minus TuneIn. Not
TuneIn?
there.
You watch on TuneIn?
No, you can't. This is the one place you can't. This is the one place
guys,
you can't.
You can listen to Y'all podcast everywhere you listen to podcasts except TuneIn.
Because they suck and wouldn't let us.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, they can't.
All right. By the way, just remember, next week is the car
week. Car week.
Remember all about cars. We know.
Get ready to talk about the movie, guys. Right? Just the movie.
Car movies.
Yeah, the car movies.
Car law.
Are we gonna finally get public transportation?
We've been talking about public transportation for a long time. We're gonna talk about public transportation.
Oh boy.
You know what? Roads are public transportation, but that's a subject for next time.
All right.
Storm, close us out. Or shut it off. Shut it off!